So silver's pumping again today, and I've been asked by more than a few people if now's the right time to sell. It's a pretty complicated question, to be honest with you. There's a lot to consider. So let's go for a walk and talk about it. So silver's back around 77, I think, right now. I just checked maybe 20, 30 minutes ago. And for a lot of people, that have been buying it for a while, it's a significant increase. I mean, even if you bought it earlier this year, you could easily be up over 100%. Right? So, I mean, anytime you're up over 100%, it's going to be really, really tempting to sell. I cannot blame you at all for that. But there's a lot more you have to consider, right? First off, start at the beginning. How did you buy it? What did you pay for it? In what form did you buy it? Did you buy physical silver? Did you buy 1 ounce rounds? Did you buy bars? Did you buy kilos? Did you buy coins? Or did you buy an ETF or a stock or something like that? Regardless of what you bought, it's all up significantly right now, right? So that's something you're going to want to consider. How much did you actually end up paying for it? How much premium did you end up paying for it? Another thing to consider, this is going to be very individual, is do you need the money now? Do you need to convert the silver to dollars? Right? If the answer is yes, then we can probably stop right here. If you need the cash to pay your rent, pay for your car, whatever the case may be, then the answer is probably yes. Oh, I need to back up. This is not a recommendation at all. This is not advice. I'm just giving you my thoughts on this. Don't do what I tell you, please. Do whatever works best for you. Okay. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. So again, if you have a need, an immediate need for the money, absolutely go for it. Nothing should stop you from that. Right? But if you don't, and if you're just considering, is it a good time to take some profit? Well, there's a few different ways you can do that. You can, potentially sell a portion of your holdings. Maybe you decide, $75, let's call it, I'm going to sell 20% of what I hold. Let's say, tell yourself, if it goes back down to 60, I'm going to buy it all back. If it goes up to 85, I'm going to sell another 20%. Pretty straightforward, right? The next question would be, how do you plan to sell it? There's a few different methods, of course. The method I would probably recommend, although this is not a recommendation, is go back to wherever you bought it. If you bought it from a coin shop locally, go back there. If you bought it online, maybe you go back there. If you bought it from another individual, maybe you sell it to another individual. So pros and cons of each method. You're going to get the best money selling it to another individual, whether that's Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You have some other group of people that that are investing in buying and selling precious metals, whatever the case may be. That's where you're going to get the best price, generally. But there's also obviously other things to consider. You're going to have to, post an ad. You're going to have to negotiate with the people. You're going to have to meet them somewhere. Are they going to try to lowball you? God forbid they're going to try to rob you. Whatever. So definitely stuff to consider on that method. Probably the next best dollar amount you're going to get is likely going to be selling it online to, atmex.com, gold and silver buys, whatever. There's a lot of different places you can sell it online. And you'll probably get the next best rate, per ounce. But now you've got to mail it to them, and that's going to be, you pay for that, and it's going to have to be insured. It's going to take a while. It's going to have to get there. They're going to have to unpack it, inventory it, write you a check generally, send you the check. So that could be a couple of weeks. So if your rent is due tomorrow, that's probably not going to help. Method number 3, and what I believe is probably order of best to worst, would be selling it at a coin shop or even a jewelry shop. We can put them in the same place. Sometimes they're the same thing. You're going to get under spot, almost certainly. How much under spot? That varies from dealer to dealer. Little secret, you can negotiate. If they say we'll give you spot -5, and the total is, $192, you might as well just say, can you do 210? Something like that. Chances are they probably will. They've got sort of a number in their mind already. Right? So, and you'll generally with cash in most cases, depending on the volume that you sell. Sometimes it'll be a check, but you can leave there with money, so that's nice. Probably the least good option, unless this is just what happens to work for you. Again, this is a very individual choice. Would be, something like a pawn shop. You're probably going to get the least amount, but it might be the quickest and easiest and closest to you. So maybe that works. Or maybe you want to exchange it for something at the pawn shop. You'll get a better deal buying and selling at the same time. So it's still an option. So back to the original question, is now the best time? It's definitely a good time to take some profits, I would say. Again, this is not a recommendation. This is not advice. But if you've got some money, some profit in there, you might pull some of it out. I'm not one of the big hype types of people on this, although I've been doing it for a long time, investing in silver. But yeah, it's not a terrible time to take some profit out. $75. And again, like I mentioned, maybe tell yourself, hey, if it goes back down to 60, I'll just buy it all back. I'll buy the same exact number of coins, the same exact number of ounces. I'll buy it all back. But I'll be buying it back cheaper. I will have made money in the process, right? You're going to lock in some profit that way. And on the other side of that same coin, tell yourself, if it goes up, let's say it keeps on going up, let's say it hits 85, 90, whatever, pick a dollar amount in your head. Tell yourself, if it goes up to $90, $85, whatever number you pick, I'm going to sell more and lock it away. So what if things work out exactly in your favor, which in my own experience never happens. This is my luck, but what if you sell it all the way up, right? What if you sell it at 75, 85, 95, and then you hold on to your last little bit and you sell it, silver reaches 120. I'm not making a prediction. I'm not suggesting that this is going to happen, but let's just say what if. And then let's say it drops back down. Let's say it comes all the way back down to, let's stick with 60 again. It's a reasonable number. I don't think we've seen 60 for the last time. I don't know if we've seen 50 for the last time. Probably not, to be honest with you. So on the way back down, pick a number or two numbers or three numbers or five numbers on the way back down as well. Right? For you to be able to lock in the profit, they're going to have to be lower than the numbers that you sold at. But let's say you sell your final amount at 120. We're going to make up a number. Well, decide at that point, well, I'm going to buy some back if it comes back down to 95. And then I'll buy more if it comes back down to 85. And then 75, 65, whatever numbers you think work the best for you. But that way you're essentially locking in profit on both ends. You still got exposure in case the day comes and we see $200, $300 silver. I mean, there's people predicting well over $1,000. I'm not even going to say who they are because I don't want anybody to run out and get hyped up about it. Nobody knows that that's going to happen. Anybody that pretends like they do is, I guess, just trying to get clicks and views. And that's fine. But the determination of if now is a good time to buy or sell silver is very, very unique to you, the individual. If you've got extra cash laying around and you're otherwise diversified with your investments, go for it. Absolutely. Sure. Especially if you've got a long time horizon. Because you are going to pay a premium on the buy side and you're going to take a bit of a loss on the sell side. Right? So if you bought silver and then immediately turned around and sold it, it's kind of like doing the same thing with a new car, right? You're going to pay more than you could sell it for. That's just the way the market works. Versus, a stock or a bond, an ETF, you could buy it and then sell it back immediately at basically, generally very, very close to the same price. There might be some fees and stuff involved, but you're not losing on the other end. So that's something to consider. If you're buying physical silver or gold, you're going to want to have a plan to hang on to it for a while. Because you're going to lose generally at least around 10% in the middle, just from the bid and the ask. Okay, so keep that in mind too. The last thing I'll leave you with here is I get asked again, what do I think is going to happen with silver? In the short term, I don't know. Nobody knows. It's acting like a cryptocurrency right now. And that is worrisome to me. There's a lot of factors going on that are pushing the price up and down and bouncing it around. There's lots of powerful organizations that want the price low. There's lots of powerful organizations that want the price high. What's it going to do next? Nobody knows. Long term, though, if we're talking, years, decades, if we're talking about something you're going to pass down to your kids or your grandkids, then even at these elevated prices, I think silver's a good move for, a portion of your investable assets. Not all of them. It would be crazy to put all of your investable money into any single thing. At what dollar amount would I say absolutely don't buy it? Again, not a recommendation or advice. I think in the short term, in the next, let's call it a year, if we see $100 silver, I would say that turn the buy switch off and leave the sell switch on at that price, without a doubt. I think in my lifetime, we will see $200 to $300, $400 silver. I think that's honestly kind of conservative. Just inflation alone might get us there. That doesn't even factor in industrial use and all the other stuff. But so long term, if you plan on holding it for 20 or 30 years, or the rest of your life, we're still well within the buy zone. That doesn't mean I don't think the price is going to go down at some point from here. But I think still long term, if you're just going to put it in a safe, pull it out once a year to show your kids, clank it around because you like the way it sounds, look at it because it's pretty, great. I like the idea. If you're looking to make some money by next week or next month, I would stay away from silver specifically. Most investments generally. And I would work on your mindset. The get rich quick mindset fails nearly every time. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. So, I'm gonna make some more videos. I'm gonna have a button hopefully up here that'll take you to the other silver video I just made. Give it a watch. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure and subscribe. Hit the like button. It only takes a second or two and makes me happy. I appreciate it. Till next time.